Here are all the new features for photos and camera that are coming in iOS 17. Welcome everybody to Apple Insider. It is Andrew here, and let's go in depth on all the features that are coming to camera and photos as part of Apple's iOS 17 software update. Here we are in iOS 17. Let's launch the Photos app, go to Albums, and then go down here to People and Pets. Let's start with recognition. Apple says with iOS 17, Photos will be even better at identifying and differentiating people that are added to your Pets and People album inside of the Photos app. It's really hard to kind of test this for ourselves. We couldn't really tell that we had more or less false positives than we did before, but I'm assuming especially with different people that maybe look similar, like a father and son situation or sisters, it's going to do better at differentiating them than it did in prior versions of iOS. The other new thing with this album, if we scroll all the way down past all these people, we have all of these pets now. So let's go ahead and heart a couple of these. I can add a name. This one's Mosby. Let's go ahead and do that. That's Mosby. He has been favorited. Let's go ahead and favorite Oliver as well. Now a little heart there. Do one to Dublin. Dublin, perfect. So now we have some extra pets up here with my people. So we got Mosby, Oliver, Dublin. Let's go ahead and into any of these. So here is Oliver. We can see any photos, me and Oliver hanging out, on the chair. It's able to identify all these photos of pets alongside of people. Do the same thing here for Dublin, all these black dogs. Now I will say it's good but not great. So this is Dublin, but this right here is my parents' dog. That's MacGyver. He's just another black dog that looks slightly similar. So everything isn't, perfectly matched, but we're talking about comparing black dog to black dog. It's definitely a tough thing to do. Going back to all photos, let's pull something up, like maybe this shot here of this iPhone. This is in the new Journal app. I'll talk about that in a few minutes. But maybe I wanted to crop this in. With iOS 17, I can just immediately start kind of zooming in on this, and boom, a crop button will automatically appear. I can tap on crop. It'll jump it down to right where I had it, so I can adjust the crop, I can adjust the framing if I need to. But if I like where it is, I can just hit done, and I crop that photo in like 1 second without having to go into edit and crop and everything. I just zoom in on the photo and immediately gave me that crop option. Hey, I need to take a break for 1 second to introduce you to the all-new Liberty 4NC earbuds from Soundcore by Anker. Soundcore's new Liberty 4NC earbuds have been re-engineered to reduce background audio by up to 98.5%, and that's even been certified by SGS. Check out how cool these things look. These use Soundcore's new exclusive Adaptive ANC 2.0. So using the custom 11mm drivers, they're able to automatically retune and create a noise cancellation curve that's unique to you and your environment every single time that you stick these inside of your ears. Aside from incredible noise cancellation and audio quality, we have to talk about battery life. These things are industry leading with 10 hours on a single charge. If you plug them in for only 10 minutes, you'll get 4 hours of usage time out of these things. And combined with the case, there's 50 total hours of playback time without ever needing to connect these to power. You can plug them in over USB-C or just toss them on your nearest wireless charger and power them up that way. The Soundcore Liberty 4 NC earbuds are out now. You're going to be hard-pressed to find a better set of true wireless earbuds with noise cancellation this good, audio quality this good, battery life this good, at this price point. If you want to pick up a pair, there's a link down below in the description. Now, let's get back to our other video. When editing a photo, Apple has now added labels to these icons down here at the bottom, so we can see live, adjust, filters, and crop. Before, Apple just had the icon, so it wasn't always clear for some people what things they did. So now they've added text to them. And Apple has moved the cancel and done buttons to here towards the top. So we're just going to hit like auto adjust there. Boom, we have the done button, or I can hit cancel over there and move it back. Finally, and this is pretty cool, I can take something in a photo like this car. I can hold on to it for a second. You can see it kind of there's that glow around the outside. I can now add it as a sticker. I can create a sticker directly from a photo. I can go and add any effects that I want, like comic strip effects, shining, shimmering to it, outlining it. Let's go ahead and add an outline, hit done, and boom, I've just created a sticker from a photo. And these can be used anywhere. So I can move into a text message, I can really go anywhere and just drop these stickers into documents, into notes, and I can make stickers based on my own photos. Let's go ahead and try with a pet. Here's another photo of Oliver. Let's go ahead and long hold on it. I can hit add sticker, and boom, I create a little sticker just based off of Oliver there. When in messages, I can tap on the little plus button, go to stickers, and I have my stickers that I created. I can just pull onto a conversation thread. Obviously, I'm not texting anyone, so it's not going to do anything, but I can put them right here into my text thread. Boom, add them just like that. Apple's also making it easier to look things up. So here in the photos, we're looking at something from Disney World here. I can tap on this Spaceship Earth, I can add it as a sticker, but I can also hit Lookup, and boom, that's Spaceship Earth, a geodesic sphere attraction and main icon of Epcot down there in Walt Disney World. Pets are more accurately identified in photos. So here I can look up dog. It already knows a dog. There's a little pet icon down at the bottom, and it does a better job at looking at breeds. Ours definitely not a lab, but he's a mix, so it's not going to be hard or not going to be easy to figure out what it is anyway. But yeah, it does a better job at identifying pets and what breeds they are with Visual Lookup. Visual Lookup can also do better with food. So here we have a photo of, well, let's see what Apple thinks that it is. So we can go ahead and tap on the Visual Lookup icon, hit Lookup Food, and see what it finds. Look at that, low-calorie banana cream pie, banana pudding fluff, banana cream pie jello shots, all sorts of different recipes that are related to the photo. So yeah, that's some banana pudding, instant banana pudding, vanilla wafer banana pudding, all these great recipes. I can see calorie counts, times, servings, all this information here. And I can tap on any of these results to jump into Safari and learn how to make what I'm looking at in the photo, or at least get close to it. While playing back videos, you can now pause a video and then use Visual Lookup. So there's not much going on in this photo, but if there's something here, I can pause and grab an actual frame from a video and use Visual Lookup, whether it's reading a sign, looking up what a subject is in a photo, any of that can now be looked up while you are just playing back a video. Visual Lookup can now identify auto symbols. So here's a few shots from inside of my car. Tap on the little eye icon, and it can look up auto symbols. So here's the results. I can see that one is for heated steering wheel. That one is for ventilated seats. That one's also ventilated seats, ventilation fan, ventilation airflow. So I can see that's the lower outlet for air. And then recirculated air is that last icon that was hiding somewhere off screen because it zoomed in. But yeah, it's able to look up auto photos that are based on what's in your car. A final trick using the Visual Lookup is solving your laundry questions. So say you have a garment, you're not sure what these mysterious icons mean. Well, now we can use Visual Lookup. So tap on the eye and tap on laundry care. And just like that, it gives us all of these options. So that first one, washing, normal process. The next one, tumble drying, maximum temperatures, and ironing with a maximum temperature. So it converts all those icons into something that actually makes sense. When using Spotlight Search, Apple can also put shortcuts in here. So I can type in something like photo of Higgins Lake, and I can immediately get all of these jumps directly into photos that were taken at Higgins Lake. It could also suggest things like maybe different albums in your Photos app, anything like that. But of course, those will take a little bit of time to populate, but they can show up right here or as shortcuts down here in suggestions. When using standby mode, there's a new option to use your iPhone basically as a smart photo frame. Prop it up and you can have these curated memories showing off your photos right there on your nightstand, on your desk, or in your kitchen. It's as close to a smart photo frame that Apple has created to date. Let's edit our lock screen. We're going to go ahead and tap and hold like we normally do. Let's add a new one. Now when adding a person to your lock screen, you may have this time where you have is like a perfect photo, but it's not quite there. So let's go ahead and try this out. We're going to add a photo here. Before, you'd have to crop it out if it was like too tall, like it would be blocking it, but now I can zoom out. And Apple kind of intelligently mess with the top of the photo, so I can pull this out a lot. This photo does not exist up here. Apple has blurred, stretched, and added that black color to make this photo look perfect on the lock screen. It's a really cool way to allow more photos to be used right there on your lock screen. Look at that. Look how adorable that is. That's so cool. I love how they made the top of that work so you can use more photos on your lock screen. Then we have sharing via AirDrop. Apple's always allowed you to share things like links, photos, videos, text, whatever, using AirDrop, but now it's getting better with iOS 17. You'll be able to pull two phones together and it'll use NFC to trigger this transfer via AirDrop, and there'll be this cool little animation as a photo or your name card transfers across the screen. We tested those photos. It looks really neat, worked really well. Apple also says later this year they're adding a new feature to AirDrop that allows it to continue transfers over the internet even if your phones are no longer close together. So you could meet someone like, hey, I'm going to send you this video. It's a very large 4K video file. Maybe it's like a gig in size. It's going to take a little bit to transfer. So you can initiate the transfer via AirDrop, then you can walk away. You can get on a train, get on the subway, and leave. And as long as you have cellular connection, it'll continue that transfer over the internet and go to the other device. They don't have to be within proximity of each other. It's a really great feature. Again, arriving in iOS 17, probably 0.1 by the end of the year, along with the Journal app. Let's look at the camera app. Before we had grid and level combined, but now they're two separate ones. So if I turn on level, and then we go back to the camera application, a little level line will appear on the screen to help us get our photo perfectly level. So you don't have to use the grid, you can use one or the other. It's a very thin line, but it can give you an idea of how level your shot actually is. This is slightly related to photos, and that's the Journal app. The Journal app won't be available by the time iOS 17 launches, but it will be able to create these journal entries based on photos that you take. So it can see that you went somewhere, you took a photo of something, and it can pull that into a memory inside of the Photos app, or inside of the Journal app rather, and use that as the basis, their starting off point, to create those curated entries that you can expand upon with text. It can see if you've done workout in these places, any other photos or music that you listen to, all can be compiled into these journal entries. It's really neat, and I'm excited to see when this launches with iOS 17, just not the original version of iOS 17. It'll likely be in 17.1. So that's it. Those are all of the new features coming for photos and the camera as part of iOS 17. There's quite a few new changes though, maybe not as many as we had in years prior. Let me know what your favorite new features are down below in the comments or on Twitter at Andrew_OSU. And stay tuned to Apple Insider, where I've got a lot more videos showing you iOS 17's new features releasing this fall.